Say his name, he happens. I believe in joy and drink. Hello, we are back for another episode of Many Monday. In case you're not familiar with what a Many Monday is, it's an opportunity for me to talk to my family and friends to just inform them what's going on in the world, right? It has been an interesting week, and so without further ado, let's get right into it. Again, my list will usually be posted on Instagram. It should be on this side. It'll be posted on Fridays, and then Monday I actually do the Manny Mondays. And then throughout on my Instagram and TikTok, I post reels relating to the videos and just updates on the content. You can follow those right here. And of course, subscribe. We're only a few subscribers away. Last week I was 4 subscribers away from 50. This week I am 3 subscribers away. So let's pump it up. Let's get there, right? First other business is Mom. I have friends now. So this past week or so has been very interesting. I've been using a resource first off, I've been having trouble making friends, right? I feel like I'm at a certain age, at least being in your late 20s, it's a lot harder to meet new people, right? And I don't do the typical social circle thing and shit because people usually go to club and bars to meet people, or that's what I've been told. Like, hey, do this, right? And that just doesn't really fucking work for me, right? I like to do things. I like to do diners. I like to go to museums and things of that nature, but I wish there was an avenue in which I could meet people, right? I have been using meetups.com. That hasn't been an avenue, right? But then I also found out that there's this app called Facebook Friends. And via Facebook Friends, I've been meeting very interesting people. So I'm very excited about that, but I'm also excited about the people that I met on Facebook Friends, the people that I met that weren't necessarily on Facebook Friends, but just had came around because like I plant a seed, and I remember it's something biblical. I can't fucking remember it, but it's like you plant a seed, you don't know if it's gonna grow or not, right? But then seeing the fruit and the labors is actually paying off, and then these people start coming back, it feels fucking good. Like I can't even fucking describe it. But yeah, Mom, if you're watching, I have friends now, and hopefully it continues and grow. I want to be able to host a party again someday, right? But I've lost a lot of friends within like the last couple years. They didn't die, God no. But it's just like a difference of opinion because like you can grow as an individual, but that doesn't necessarily mean that the people around you are also growing, right? To quote my friend Javier, he's like, I am a tree, I am stationary, right? But I am constantly growing. But there are some trees that, you know, they get tied up in the weeds or some shit and they just don't grow and they progress. And then they're looking up at you, it's like, why are you up there? Like, you know, stay around here with us, you know, wrapped in thorns and shit. And, you know, that's just not me. It's not me. But I'm glad that I'm finding people, being more productive, but also making friends, which is always good, especially at this stage. No Gohans. I don't know if you guys are familiar, but there's this character in Dragon Ball Z, and his name is Gohan. And the thing about Gohan, he's a child prodigy. He took on Cell at one point. Goku, he was fighting Cell during the Cell games, during the arc, and he's like, you know what? I'm gonna let my son do this, right? And Gohan had all the potential in the world, but he refused to train, or he didn't train. He focused on his studies. And part of that, you can blame his mom because the mom wanted something better for him. He's like, hey, you don't have to necessarily fight all the time. Goku was doing all this fighting shit. I don't want that for my son. I want him to study. But he's just like, he just don't reach his full potential. And then there was a film recently came out that, you know, he trained a little bit with Piccolo, was able to get another power up. But then it reminds me of something that I tell the men in my life. You don't want to be a Gohan ass nigga, but don't want to be Gohan. You don't want to be Gohan in the sense of like having the potential to exceed, to do better, but limiting yourself, right? And it only works for so long that we can blame our family, we can blame our status of where we are and stuff like that. That's not to say that it doesn't have an impact on us or it has influences, but at the end of the day, we are the ultimate person, you know, ultimate person in the sense that we make the executive decisions, we are a decision maker, and we have to take that initiative, right? And stop feeling so fucking sorry for ourselves, right? which kind of transitions into my next piece about being productive this vacation. With my job, I won't say where it is, but I've been given a month off on paid leave. In the first couple weeks, traveling a lot, adventuring, right? And then with these last 2 weeks, I'm trying to develop a sense of routine that I'm also being productive, right? So what that looks like, it looks like for looking for opportunities, but then also studying Spanish and a shitload of gaming. But I have to study, I have to do my studying, I have to read, I have to do the Spanish. That way, when I do something as far as like gaming or watching TV or do something that's a little bit more relaxed, I don't feel as guilty because I utilize my day in a way that it was productive, right? And so I do what I need to do first, then I have fun, right? And I think that's the biggest advantage of just utilizing my mornings is because like I can do a lot of stuff before 3 o'clock. And then once 3 hits, hey man, you got the rest of the day to just do what you want to do. And so you'll inevitably fall asleep at 10 p.m. But I've been sleeping a lot later. It's scaring the hell out of me, right? Because like I usually go to sleep at 10:50, right? Something happens that I don't know. I look at my phone. I'm determined to finish a movie. Real causes my attention, and I keep scrolling or whatever, and it's just like fucking around be 2 a.m. But tonight, I plan to sleep at 10 to wake up at 6 and to go to the fucking gym, right? But yeah, this has been a short episode. I think it's been short. Like, comment, subscribe. Please subscribe. We're growing. And this has been a pleasure being able to talk with you guys. That's all I have for now. Jarditos on me. And I believe in Joe Hendry.